People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. People, it seems as if Christmas came about a day or so late. For members of the Cyber Maritime Command, which is the division of the Coast Guard that monitors the borders, the porous borders of Jamaica. Based on information, it is said that early in the morning, about 4 a.m. or so, they intercepted a go-fast white and grey boat coming from South America, Colombia to be specific. On that boat were 3 men who claims to be fishermen, Jamaican-born Jamaican citizens. They are Omar Angus Nugent, he is from St. Mary, Joseph White, O.C. Cat, Delroy Brahma, he is from Trelawney. Based on the information, it is said that the Coast Guard got some information, got some intelligence, intercepted this boat in Port Maria. When them jump on the boat, they found 19 knitted, very large bags containing what seems to be some sort of white substance. They did not do a chemical analysis, but everybody knows it is not white sugar. It is more than likely, the possibility or probabilities are that it is cocoa. 2,000 pounds, equivalents 1.1 billion Jamaican dollars. For those of you that are not maths brains, 1,000 million make a billion. So therefore, it is no sort of pia money. Based on what the news said, these men give their job titles as fishermen. People, whenever you are caught in any sorts of boat with 2,000 pounds of the white stuff, the Cindy Break spear, your job title has officially changed. You are now up there with the cartel kind of ish. You are officially a smuggler. If this was their first time, they started off on a bang, because the normal person is not caught with any sorts of boat, any sorts of speedboat with 2,000 pounds, $1 billion worth of Jamaican cash, COCO. Them people are a big timer. Now people, like we say, these persons' lives are about to change drastically. However, the lives of these people, the Coast Guard, their lives might be changed also. We can expect to see a whole lot of new houses being constructed. We can expect to see a whole bunch of new motor vehicles. So people, if I was to give my opinion of what might have taken place when these persons entered this speedboat and realized that it was filled with 1,000 pounds of cocoa, this is what their reaction, the average reaction or the average Coast Guard popo might have been. Yo, wanna pull over the boat, man. We want to search, you know, wanna look suspicious. Them said to the general, General, we want to go on and search. Yo, man, wanna go on and search, man. The boy look bummy. When they went in the compartment and saw all these 19 knitted bags, you ever watch Scooby and Shaggy and see when the eye them bulge out? You hear boing? That is how their eyes open up. Now people, I am not saying that members of these Coast Guard are thieves. However, what I do know is that when persons work and they are not properly compensated and they see them buck up on a Christmas gift and them never see Santa Claus, them never see the red, but them see the white, may I talk about the cocoa, they are going to make a decision right there on the spot. And me, Being a Jamaican, knowing how the average Jamaican think, this is exactly what they are going to say. Yo, Brigadier General, what we fi do with them cocoa? Just do the count, man. 1 for you, 2 for me. Or 2 for you, 1 for me. Whichever way. People, me just say, you and I know the way that Jamaicans think. Especially when them broke. Especially when them have a dead-end job. And them buck up on any sorts of opportunity for richness. Nobody is going to make that opportunity slide. Even if 10 of them dead, at least 8 of them are going to be thief. And isn't it coincidental that whenever we hear any sorts of BUSTS, whether a cocoa or whether a weed, it is always 2,000, 3,000, 1,000. Why never 2,400, 2,398? Why is always a even 1,000 number? People, unnecessary say something strange. And people, I am not implicating any of these fine officers, these fine border patrol people and say them a thief. But me just know, you cannot rub butter upon post mouth. Them a go lick them mouth. Them a go take something. Because they realize that, listen, this job, this country is full of corruption. So therefore, if the head of the stream, meaning the PM, the politician, them are thief for decades and get away with it. And people, I am not saying that 3 million rights make a wrong or 3 million right make a wrong or 3 million wrong make a right, whatever you want to put it. But me just say, thief in a go on from the beginning of time, and based on what we've seen, it is not going to get better. It is only going to get worse. So therefore, some of this cocoa is not going to make it to court. Some of this cocoa is not going to be counted for or accounted for. There is some sort of shady accounting process going on. So me just say, not because we hear say it's £2,000 or $1.1 billion worth, we should just listen to everything. We should also read the fine print. We should analyze and assess how our people are. And people, they are not very honest. And people, what would you do? Let me know in the comment section if you are going to be goody two shoe, or if you are working as a part of the border patrol and you intercept some sorts of boat with some sorts of wolipa cocoa. What would you do? People, be honest. Me and you know say our people are not the most honest set of people. So people, me just say, somebody I go take something. What is that something? Whether it is big, whether it is little, something in a something. Point blank and period. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, there's a picture that is circulating all over social media. And in this picture, I guess they are celebrating the mothers that had children picnic on Christmas Day. They are giving them all sorts of gifts and nothing is wrong with that. However, there is a particular picture that highlights a 14-year-old that just gave birth to twins. They are laughing, they are smiling. The political representative, I think her name is Juliet Cuthbert. She married to somebody of her next last name. However, it seems as if in Jamaica, we reward people for doing wrong. And people, I don't want to misinterpret what exactly happened or transpired, or the sequence in which things transpired. Pretty much like me say, them a reward, they are giving gifts to mothers that have picnic on December 25th, Christmas Day. That 14-year-old was also one of those mothers. However, here is the difference with a 14-year-old and a 20 or 30 or 50-year-old who have picnic. A 14-year-old is not supposed to breed. Me don't know the age of the father. If the father are 14 and 15, it is bad, but not so bad. More than likely, that father is some sort of old grey-toned man from some sort of despicable place with all sorts of despicable action. More than likely, the mother, the parents, the guardian for this little 14 is taken up for somebody. Now, truth be told, based on what the relevant authorities said, this was reported, the process was followed through, and they made report to the Popo and the Child Advocacy Department, whatever that is. Me don't know the official name. So therefore, they did their due diligence. However, in what parts would they think that it is okay to be highlighting a little pitney with twins? Them not say something wrong. Them not say this is some sort of criminal activity or criminal incident being highlighted or being rewarded. Now people might understand, say, maybe they must celebrate all of the other mothers. So therefore, they did not want her to seem as if she was left out. However, the truth and the fact is that this is something, not saying that it is supposed to be kept under the rug and hush-hush because people need to know. Me just say, whoever the father is, if there was some sort of crime or abuse against this little pitney committed, that person should be held responsible. This is no reason for celebration. Yes, it is a celebration of life. However, you are putting out a bad picture out there. You are setting a very bad example for other little pitney who feel as if it is okay for them to get breed or lay down in a bed, even though that person that did it, that man, that monster, that creep, that piece of SHIT, he should be hung by the BALLS. He should get the full brunt of the law. Do not highlight stuff like this. Other pitney out there don't need to see this. This should be handled behind closed doors. This little pitney for know ourselves and people. That is why the crime rate in Jamaica is like it is. Because at age 14, you are not even responsible for yourself. How is it that you are going to be responsible for two other little pitney? People, me just say, when we think about the domino effect, the trickle-down effect, and why there are so many menace to society out there in Jamaica, it is because pitney having pitney, the blind is leading the blind. However, when we think about persons working at Victoria Jubilee Hospital, we would have thought that they should have known better. However, people, it seems as if even them even more blinder. So people, me just say, if this little pitney have baby at 14, that means she get pregnant from she was about 13 or so. Which part the mother there? Which part the guardian there? The mama and the papa? People, me just say, whichever angle that you look at this, it is just wrong, wrong, wrong. There is no reason for celebration. If anything, we should be ashamed of ourselves. Ashamed to put out pictures like this in the media. Ashamed as an organization, as a hospital. Ashamed as a relevant authority. And people, even though I don't know the circumstance that led to this 14 breed up, the mother obviously dropped the ball. The parents, the guardians obviously dropped the ball. They did not take their responsibility very seriously. And people, I know that sometimes some of these pitney, them fast, them not grow up, them pretty much KICKED up. So therefore, they can grow in a functional home. However, people, this is the epitome. This is a perfect example of dysfunctionality in some sorts of home. Point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, people, remember I told you that since they passed this new Firearm Act, they amended it. 15 years mandatory if them catch you with a tool. Not to mention if you're getting any sorts of confrontation with members of the armed force, meaning JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force, JDF, Jamaica Defense Force. Well, people, the said can be said to be true. An incident occurred in Lindsay the other day. Some men stole a car, Toyota Axio. The Linstead Popo called mobile patrol that was on patrol in the area. They saw a vehicle matching the description of that Toyota Axio. They intercepted the vehicle on the Geisel main road. The Popo them jump out. "Hoy boy, pull over." The driver did not obey. Them took a reverse, sped off, some sorts of chase. Blaze up off of the Popo. Popo took evasive action, returned the fire. You know the script. It is said that the men press pedal to the metal, start blaze. You know them bummy, you know them foot kind of shaky. Them fly, lick up in a pole. Popo drive down upon them jump out, start blaze up some fire off of the Popo. Popo likewise. The man them take for themselves, run at some sorts of key and piece, gone with the wind. Based on the information, no Popo was injured. As it pertains to the health or the well-being of the criminal, nobody knows. Them take for themselves. People, like me tell you, with this new Firearm Act, which is a good thing, these men are going to be more desperate. These men realize that, listen, 15 years for just the toll alone. So just imagine if you get any sorts of S-H00T out with the Popo. And you heard the chairman of the Popo Federation telling us, listen, we are not here to fire any sorts of can in anybody knee, calf, and big toe. We are aiming for the upper body, the vital organs, and even more specifically, the crown. We are trying to fly the marrow like some sorts of dopey bats. So people, me just say, they are going to feel as if their back is against the wall. Damn if they do, damn if they don't. They are going to take their chances, meaning these criminal elements, and try to escape. Because them know say either way, if the Popo hold them, more than likely they are going to be DEADING. And if them go face Judge Dredd, more than likely the time that they are going to get is 15, 20, 30 to life before they ever see the light of day. So therefore they are going to take their chances. They are going to be desperate. And in this case, that is the case. Point blank and period. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you like video with a buzz, people, I understand sometimes you are used to that mama and papa. However, sometimes when you listen to the news, you want to be taken on the rooftop. All sorts of style like the stylistic. This is the channel for that. Point blank and period.